Good morning students, I hope you all are doing well. Today in computer applications we will be studying chapter 1 of unit 3, that is Introduction to Word Processor of your computer application book. This is the book which we are going to refer. First we will see the theory and then I will show you the practical part also. So watch the tutorial till the end. Let's begin. Unit 3 Office Tools, Chapter 1 Introduction to Word Processor. So, what is a word processor? We are going to study here what is a word processor, creating a document, opening a document, saving a document, and lot about it. So, let's start. The word processor which we are going to use is Microsoft Word. So, basic of word processor. A word processor is a computer application that is used for production of any type of printable material. That is, in word processor, composition, editing, formatting, and many other things are possible. For example, all the documentation, that means all the things which you want to write. For example, your books, your notebooks, some notes you want to write. So word processor provides an interface where you can just type your data and can produce a printable material. That means material which you can print and keep it with yourself. It became popular in 1970 and 1980. It was the only machine that has keyboard for text entry and printing functions of an electric typewriter with a dedicated processor for editing the text. Earlier there was only a printing machine, or you can say keyboard, which was just there and you just print on it. You must have seen typewriter. So that is also a type of a machine which was used. Electric typewriters were used for editing a text. Word processor for several years usually featured a monochrome display. What they displayed? Monochrome display means that is a black and white and a very boring display. But later on, the advancement of technology, innovations such as spell checking programs, increased formatting options, and dot matrix printing was available. With time, now you can check the spellings of your word, can format the text, like you can increase the size of the font, change the design of the font, add backgrounds, add images, and whatnot. So beyond basic ability to enter and change text, some of the useful features. So some of the features, or you can say characteristics of word processor are: it can automatically generate indexes of keyboard and their page number. You can add page number or index automatically, right? There are some features which can use to add keyboard numbers, keyboard indexes, or you can say these bullet points can also be added using, you can see these dots, these are bullet points which can automatically be added using the word processor. Then it can be automatically generate tables of contents. You can automatically generate tables. Then auto cross referencing with section or page number. Automatically you just give page number 1 and automatically it will take page numbers in the other documents if you have a long document to write. Then automatic footnote numbering. Footnote means the page number which are mentioned below, right? There is 114, so you can say this is the footnote. Then you can also write form letter, template, address, database, etc. using the word processor. It helps in creating the document, it stores the document, it displays the document, and you can do various modifications using the document. Some of the advantages are: it is easier to use. The changing of text is easy. You just simply backspace and can rewrite your data, rewrite your information, or you can just correct your typing mistakes. You can easily remove paragraph in word processor. If you want to add, delete, copy, paste, everything can be done in your word processor. Inserting a word, sentence, or paragraph in the middle of the document is easy. Moving a text is easy within a document, and you can easily save that data and can print the data for future purpose. Basic features are: insert text. Insert text means you can type in the text which you want to write. Then you can delete the text which you don't want to write. Cut and paste are the options which are available. You just cut the data. For example, if I want to cut the data, allow you to remove. Okay, so this data can be cut and then can be pasted to other place. You can copy the data. You can page size and margin. Page size and margin means you all see that there is a you can see that there is a white space between your page and your text, right? ऐसा नहीं है कि बिल्कुल यहीं से आपका टेक्स्ट शुरू हो गया. There is some space, so that makes your data or document look nice and presentable. So these are the page size and margins which you can give. Then there are search and replace options. Search and replace options mean if there is a word, say word processor, and I want to replace it with MS Word. So I can use this feature where I have used word processor multiple times, say 10 times, and I don't want word processor there. I want to replace it with MS Word. So instead of going to each word processor, I can use search and replace option and can replace the word processor with MS Word everywhere in where it is present in the document. Next is word wrap. Word wrap means you can automatically move the next line when you have filled one line, right? Then we have print that allows us to print the document in a hard copy. So word processors that support these features are called text editors. So text editors are also word processors. Then we have full featured word processor. Full featured word processors means they provide some advanced functionality. For example, file management. File management means where you keep different type of document together. Many word processors contain file management features that allow to create, delete, move and search for files. Okay, for example, if I was writing your book for computer application, so what happens, I have different files in that, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. So I can keep them together, create and delete accordingly. Next we have font specification. Font specification means I want the text to be bold, italics or underlining, or want to change the size of the font. Next is headers and footers. Headers and footers, I tell you, the headers means the heading, the designing of the top of the page. Like if I see the page of your book, so it has this introduction to word processor page number. You will see this tag in every page. So this is an example of header. And when you see page number below, some design, some books have some predefined designing on their lower level of the page, that is called as footer. Next is layout. Layout means how much margin you want to leave. As you can see, they have started the text from here, then numbering is done from here, then they have the heading in the center. So this is the designing of the layout, how you want your document to be shown. Then there are macros. Macro is a character or word that represent a series of text or command. Series of text or command are being shown using macros. Then we have spell checker that checks the spelling of the word, and windows that is allowed to edit 2 or more documents at the same time. You can also do that using word processor, full featured word processor. So we will start by creating a document. Now we will learn how you can create a document in MS Word. So step 1, you just start. Once your writer is open, click the file menu and select a new menu as shown. So when you click on file, then there is click on sub menu, that is new, and then you just click on text document. Okay, so your new document will be created. Alternatively, what you can do, click on the icon as shown in the figure, or you can just click on this icon which is shown in the figure, that is a new document, or you can press Ctrl plus N, that is the shortcut for opening a new document. Next is opening a document. Now how you open your previously existing document. For example, opening a document can only be done from the saved location where your file is present. Opening the document can be done only when you have a file saved. आपने पहले किसी फाइल में काम करा और उसको आपको खोलना है दोबारा, then only you can open the document. You cannot open a document which does not exist in your computer. In that case, you have to open the file from the particular location. For example, click on the file menu, then click on open, and then a dialog box will appear in which there are different files which exist in your computer. So you need to find your file and then you click on open here. So your desired file will be opened. Next is saving a document, or you can just click on Ctrl plus O. What happens when you press Ctrl plus O, then this dialog box will appear automatically, and then you can choose the file which you want to open. Next is saving a document. Now once you have created your document, say you have written something about yourself. For example, you have written something about yourself or your experience in lockdown, or how are you enjoying these online classes. So for example, you have written any of this essay in your Word file. Okay, so what you want to do now, you want to save it. So how you can save the document? Just simply click on file and then you can click on save as, or you can use the shortcut control plus shift plus S. So a dialog box will appear. You can choose where you want to save your file in this given computer, or in which folder you want to click. For example, I want to save in my documents. I will click on my documents and can just give a name to my file and can save it. So this is how you can save your file. Remember, if you are saving the file for the first time and you do not choose a file name, OpenOffice.org will assign a file name for you. It can automatically provide a file name for you, but you can always change it according to your need. Now, saving a previously named file. We see that you once have named a file, you can close it, open it and make changes to it and save it again anytime. So how can you do it? Step 1, suppose you want to make some changes in file nishit.mathur.doc. Then first you have to open the file. After opening and finishing work on it, for example, I want to change something on my essays, right? You have written my experience in lockdown with my family. So you want to change something about that essay. So you can open that document as shown above. Then you can do any changes which you want to do in that document. Then what you can do, just click on file menu and in file menu click on save. So that changes will be saved in your document, or you can press Ctrl plus S to save the document. Okay. Next is closing a document. You can simply close the document by going on file and using the close option. So this way your document will be closed. So the document NetEase ODT has been modified. Do you want to save your changes? You can click on save. Now remember, word processor will prompt you to save information if you have made any changes between the time you last saved the document and the time you close it. For example, if sometimes you forget to save the changes you have made, so computer word processor will always imitate you or always tell you that you have made some changes, want to save it, but it is always better to save your changes beforehand only. Okay, so this was all in theory. Now I will show you how you can do all these tasks in a computer. So keep on watching the tutorial. So we will start with the practical. You go to your start menu and write MS Word there. As you can see, first one appeared as Microsoft Office Word 2007. I want to clear that in today's time, Microsoft 2007 and 2010 are mostly used everywhere. But your book also have some examples from Microsoft Word 2003. So we will not be discussing how 2003 works. We will be discussing about more updated version of Microsoft Word, that is 2007. So don't panic that it is given differently in your books and I am teaching you differently. Yes, because we are studying the more better version of it. Okay, so let's start. So as you can see, as soon as I open MS Word, so a new document is already created. But I can also create a new document by clicking on this new icon, that is, or you can give Ctrl plus N, or you can go to the start menu and click on new. So you click on blank document and create. So this is how you can create a new document. You can see, as I have not saved it yet, by default its name is given to be as document 2. So now I can write anything here. Let me increase the size. We will learn all these things in coming tutorial. So hello, my name. I hope you all are doing well. Today we are discussing MS Word. Okay, so now next step will be, we have created a new document, I have written something in it. Our next step is to save it. So you can simply click on floppy button here, or you can click on Ctrl S, or you can go to save as Word document, or you just click on save as. A new dialog box will appear. Here I can give my name to the file, for example sample1, and save it. You can see my document is getting saved in users ABC documents. So this is the folder in which my document will be saved. So I simply click on save. So my document is saved. You can see now the name of the file is sample1. Okay. So now I can also close my document again. Okay, so my document is closed. Now I want to reopen it and do some changes to it. So I will click on open. I go to users ABC document. It is by default coming here only, so you don't need to change the directory or folder name. So you can search your file, that is sample1, and click on open. So my file will get open. Now I can make the changes. I hope you all are enjoying it. Okay, so this is the changes which I have made. Now I want to save it, so I can simply click on the floppy button or click on Ctrl S, or I can go to the main menu and click on save over here. So my document is now saved. Okay, for example, I make some other changes. For example, I say bye, take care. Okay, these are the changes which I made and I forgot to save the changes. Then I click on close button, so it will automatically ask me whether you want to save the changes to sample1. So I can click on yes or no accordingly, and if I click on yes, then it will save it, and if I click on no, it will not save it. But it is always advisable to save your document. You can just simply click on floppy button and your changes will be saved. Okay, so this was all which you have learned in theory today. So this is the assignment which you need to do. I have taken this question from your book only, so please do this assignment. So this was all about this video. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the doubt session, and please follow the video and do the questions sincerely. Thank you.